Tim, welcome to Bristol.
Thank you.
You're a rare breed in academia. You're a world-recognized researcher, entrepreneur, work with government. How did that come about?
So, yeah, I have a very low threshold of boredom in many ways. So I like to look at entire systems, and that includes biological systems, but also systems as they go to innovation. So both innovating, so it's what I do as a day job at the university, but then understanding the system that allows those innovations to turn into business. And the only way of doing that is to understand entrepreneurship and actually do entrepreneurship, but also understand the government, which provides the framework for entrepreneurial activities. You can't understand the whole thing unless you experience all of it. So I had to go and experience all of it, which was quite exciting.
And you work in synthetic biology. So what is a real entrepreneurial opportunity in synthetic biology? I understand about high-tech. That's an area that I know a lot about, but not a lot about synthetic biology. So what is the innovation opportunity in synthetic biology?
So synthetic biology is really interesting. So for many, many years we've been studying biology. Since Darwin's time, we've been trying to understand the life and how it works. And synthetic biology is the sort of the switch and the flick, if you like, from understanding to actually using that understanding. So rather than trying to make things de novo, so making compounds out of oil or other materials we have, instead what you try and do is to look at what's in biology and try and turn that into useful compounds. And biology's got answers to most of the world's problems. And so the excitement is tangible. The potential is that we can exploit a lot of these biological remedies and these biological solutions and turn them into things that can make the world a better place. And I think that's a great example of advantage for business, because turning things into tangible products that are generally low carbon, is a real opportunity for businesses.
That's great, because in Bristol we have this Bristol Biodesign Institute, which is one of our specialist research institute, and we are keen to see how we can contribute to the innovation as well. So if I'm a PhD student or postdoc working in the Bristol Biodesign Institute, what would you say that I need to do to become an entrepreneur? I had to take my ideas into a business proposition.
So in the end, it comes down, the first stage is actually understanding that you can do that. So one problem perhaps with the tradition of academic endeavour is that we really focus on solving questions that are academic questions, and we've not been really thinking about where we can make economic benefit out of it. So the first thing is switching on that light bulb. It's taking the student or the PI or the scientist and saying to them that if you see an opportunity that really could help the world, then you should just go for it. So that's the first phase. The second phase is really ensuring those people are skilled and tooled. It's you can try and set up a company, you can work off your own sort of view of the world, but actually there's nothing like a bit of help. And so I think ensuring that there's support for entrepreneurs to take them through that process is really important. And then it's about belief. It's ensuring that the scientists and the entrepreneurs have belief in the fact that they can really make a difference. Once you harness those three things together, then generally you end up with entrepreneurs that can really change the way we do things.
And you worked around the world, or you've seen lots of models. And with Bristol, if we are trying to set up a new model for doing this well, what would you suggest that we do?
The Bristol model is actually very, very good. So as part of the review I recently wrote, we looked at innovation ecosystems across from California to Denmark to all over the UK. And what strikes me immediately about Bristol is all the assets are together. You have a great combination of creativity and creatives and science. You have identifiable spaces where entrepreneurs can go and they know they'll be supported. Great infrastructure in terms of the training side of things. I think the next challenge is I can see companies coming through at speed. You've released the floodgates, but they're going to need funding soon, and that's going to be large-scale funding. So understanding how you get the venture capitalists of the world, those rich guys who want to invest in tech down to the southwest to see the wonders that you're producing and to invest in that is going to be your challenge, I think. I
agree. I think we have a very good model in engine shed and so on.
Absolutely.
And the final point is, in terms of public, how do we get the public excited about synthetic biology? Is this something that they would understand, or would they be scared? What is this synthetic biology?
So it's not without its risk, because we've had great debates in the UK about GM, and they didn't necessarily represent what the risks were, and the public is always concerned about new stuff. And we've always found the best thing to do is to show the benefits. So in the early stage of a science, the benefits aren't necessarily clear. We're learning the rules. But synthetic biology is now moving on to the next phase where we're really showing new and exciting things that it can do that can help normal people. So there's some drugs coming out, there's detection systems, all sorts of interesting ways that SynBio can work. That's when you need to start talking to the public. If you can say to the public, our new science can help you do this in your daily life, the public will come along with you.
Tim, thank you very much. It's been really helpful. Hopefully in about a few years' time you'll hear about some of the successful spin-outs coming out of Bristol as well.
I hope so too. Thanks.
Thank you very much.